Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Nez Porter down here in the Fenway. Richard B. Ross. And I believe this road is that Brookline Ave? Yeah, I think that's Brookline Ave. Could be wrong.
Yeah, I think I like it. I just don't remember the road.
See the Brookline Ave of Boylston, but I think it's Brookline Ave. Find out in a second.
Looks pretty.
So this is the final look of the it's actually Boylston Street. I knew it had to be one or the other. Boylston Street. So this is how it looks now. So they got rid of all the parking, and they got a bike lane that runs along the shoulder of the road, basically the curb of the road. So normally cars that would normally park here, they kind of gotten rid of the spots, and so on this sign here at the bottom it says Tuesday and Wednesday, and no stopping, a special event. But up here is the new signs: tow zone, no stopping, bike lane, tow zone, pickup, drop off. 5 minute. So before there was meters here where you can park for like wherever how long you pay the meter. So down this whole stretch now, there is no parking, and that goes for that side over there too. That side over there is no parking at all. So that was the reason why they got rid of all the meters when I did the other video. They took away all the meters and all the poles. I don't know if you noticed. The pole, well, used to be a pole right there. It's not there now. So they got rid of all the meter poles and the meters and turned it to just a drop-off pickup type zone. These sensors, they got sensors in the road, but I wonder what those sensors are for now, because this car shouldn't be that far over here. That's where the sensors are. They're going to, I guess they're going to that box right there. But now that the sensors are this far over, that sensor's not going to work with the traffic now. So that means more money spent. They got an event coming up, I guess tomorrow and Wednesday, if it reads the right.
In front of, outside.
So this is for pickup, drop off. I guess food pickup, drop off. I guess if you're delivering or picking up, most likely it's for this building over here when they're picking up food and dropping off if you're going to this building over here. Here we go, another sign. Special event Tuesday and Wednesday. So it must be tomorrow and Wednesday. No stopping bike lane, Curbside pickup, food pickup. 11 a.m., 8 p.m., 10-minute limit.
Okay, code that 321. We'll go to a pop-in.
All right, so that's what they did. So now everybody who's pretty much coming over here now, over there the same way. No parking on either side of the road, pretty much. Unless you're further down over here. I don't know what's over there, but cars are allowed to park. Well, it looks like they did. I don't know if they're allowed to park. I guess they're parking for the time being. I guess you're not supposed to park over there either. But they're parking there just because probably nowhere else to park. So they eliminated a lot of parking spaces. Quite a few parking spaces, I should say. Curbside pickup again. Yeah, so they pretty much took away all the parking for the bike lane. Even what he's doing, he's blocking the bike lane. But how do you offload somebody that's handicapped without blocking the bike lane? Where is the handicap accessible pickup and drop off? Yeah, that's a good question. Because technically, if you're taking somebody in a wheelchair, and you would have to block the bike lane. Like there's no designated spot for handicapped individuals that I don't see anyway. At least not over here. Interesting. Over there is the same thing. They pretty much there's pretty much no parking at all over there.
499 and 21.
Just wanted to show you what they did down here. I don't know how convenient it is. I don't see many people riding bikes. I've seen about maybe 2, maybe 3 the most. Not too many people. Maybe during the daytime there might be more people. I don't know. I hang around to see how many people actually use the bike lane. The other question that was brought to my attention is the city spends a lot of money putting these bike lanes up, but they don't maintain them because in the wintertime means you gotta hire or rent or buy, whatever how you're gonna do it, a truck small enough to fit between these pillars, or flex posts, whatever you want to call them, and remove all the snow. But not only in the wintertime, but it's also in the summer and the springtime, cleaning the gutters as well. So you gotta hire one of those small, narrow street cleaners. As far as I know, the city of Boston has maybe 2 of them. But for the amount of bike lanes they have, they're gonna have to buy more of them. They have to buy a lot more of these. And the other thing they mentioned is in the wintertime, the snowplows are gonna knock these little flex posts down. Each one of these flex posts, from what I understand, costs about $300. And they get knocked down on a regular basis. So who's flipping the bill for that? Like, even if we got some federal grants for the bike lane, who's flipping the bill for maintaining the bike lane? It's not federal money doing that. I'm pretty sure it's not. So if we allegedly got federal money for bike lanes, are they going to give us the equipment as well to maintain the bike lanes and a budget to hire more people to maintain the bike lane? I don't know. Interesting.
His name is Frank.
I haven't seen one bike come down here yet since I've been looking. I keep my eyes out and see. Bike lane, it gets used, but not as regularly as you would think it would. Like, you might see every once in a while 1 or 2 bikes pass through here. I'm gonna hang around till I see at least 1 bike pass through here anyway. I know bikes do pass through here. I just want to see, like there's a bike there. It got here somehow. Like I said, it's not being used as regular as you would think it would be. Besides, we have pretty wide sidewalks. Like, I don't know if you guys can see this. These sidewalks are wide enough that you can share a bike on a sidewalk. I mean, these sidewalks are pretty wide. On both sides there. And the sidewalks that are not wide, they could make them a little bit wider if they wanted to. And still allow people to park. Yeah, so every time you see one of these flex posts right here, just think of $300 coming out of somebody's pocket to fix it, maintain it, whatever else has to be done to it. And there's quite a few of these around, so you know, I mean, it doesn't come cheap. That's a moped, so a scooter. So I guess that doesn't classify as a bicycle. I haven't seen. Only I've seen one bike pass through here, but there's literally no bikes passing through here at all.
Delta 415, you calling?
Yes, ma'am.
He's kind of parked in the bike lane. See, technically that's a no parking zone right there because you'd be blocking the bike lane right there. Well, I guess this doesn't get used as regularly as I thought it did. And I have ridden my bike down here at least once, but interesting. I was hoping to see at least one bike pass by here while I was recording, but guess not. Oh well, I guess we won't see a bike pass through here today. At least not right now anyway. This guy's pushing a motorized wheelchair. It must be dead. Oh, I know who that guy is. He don't belong in a wheelchair.
Please do not record me.
Don't record you. You're in public.
Excuse me? Yeah, but you don't have permission to record me.
Hey, you're in public, buddy.
But you still don't have permission to record me.
Constitution gives you all the permission in the world. Don't come out in public if you don't want to be recorded. Or don't make a scene and you won't be recorded. Either one. But anyways, I'm looking for a bike to pass through here. I haven't seen a bike pass through here yet. Everybody has the misconception that you need permission to record in public. I never, ever heard of a law or anything like that. I never heard of it. It never did exist. People used to make it, you know, people made a lot of, how do they say it? They made their own rules, I guess you'd call it. Even when I was a young kid, when I was working at like hospitals and stuff like that, they always said you couldn't record in public, but it was never ever a law that I could ever remember that was on the books that enforced that. And there's still not one today. And I don't think you could enforce a law like that, because if that was the case, people could not have cameras, people could not have dash cams, people could not have video cameras. There'd be no such thing as tourism because you wouldn't be taking any pictures. So it looks like this bike lane doesn't get used as much at all. At least not as... For the money they spent making this bike lane, it doesn't get used as frequently, I should say.
Yep.
I'm gonna hang around for a little bit. This might be one of those boring videos that some people may like, some people may not like. But I try to give you guys 30 minutes of no bike coming to the bike lane. Now the best thing to do, I always tell people, if you don't want to be recorded in public, like this, like I might pan the camera across a lot of people, and most times no one recognizes those people. They don't get no attention because they just carry along with their everyday life. If you don't talk to the camera person, you will never get any attention. No one will even pay you any mind, like at all. Honestly, that's the truth. If you don't say nothing to the camera person, you will not get any attention. Unless you do something that's out of the ordinary, then it attracts attention. And what happened to attract attention with him was he was pushing a motorized scooter, a motorized wheelchair across the intersection there. And I was trying to figure out, why would you be pushing that if it's motorized? Unless the batteries went dead, or you don't really need it, or it's not yours. Who knows? But that guy that was in the wheelchair, his name is Jesse. And as far as I know, he can walk perfectly fine. Unless something happened to him in the last couple of months that I don't know about. So right now, I've been out here in total time 17 minutes. I think I may have captured maybe one bike that could have passed through here. So the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm keep track of how much trash and debris accumulates in the bike lane, and I'm gonna see how often do they clean the bike lane. Still haven't seen one bike pass through here, which is incredible. I think I have to check the video. I think at the very beginning when I started, one bike kind of whizzed by me. At least one that I know of.
Sorry, close front.
Engine 41, red for a tourist distress, 1800 Soldiers Field Road. Right, engine 41, red for a tourist distress.
So that guy's, he's technically in the bike lane, so that's kind of like a no-no for drop-off right there. And the other thing is too, if you're dropping somebody off, right, and you drop them off into the bike lane, theoretically the passenger opens the door while a bike is going by, and I've seen this happen a couple of times. It causes a very hazardous situation because the passenger does not have the knowledge as the driver should have. Because drivers are supposed to look before they open the door. However, the passenger is not going to do that. The passenger is just going to assume it's safe to open the door. They're going to swing the door open, and potentially an oncoming bike is probably going to hit that door. And that has happened a couple of times already. Not in this area, but other places. And it's probably going to happen out here too. You know, it depends on how wide the door swings open, how close the bike rider is to the door.
supervisors interested. There are 3 supervisor positions on Wednesday at Fenway Park for the Paul McCartney concert, 4:30 to 10:30. Contact 4286. That's 3 supervisors.
Paul
Wednesday,
McCartney's coming to town,
Fenway
huh?
Park, 4:30 to 10:30. 4286. Bus off channel 2023. Engine 2, lateral 18, an odor of natural
It's interesting.
gas, 154 West
Not
2nd
one,
Street.
not one single
South
bike.
Boston, nearest box 715 West 1st and C Street, 2023.
But think about it too. This is not a route for bikers. You know that? Most bikers go down Park Drive. If you're riding a bike, like at least when I'm riding my bike, I come off of the tip of Boylston Street over there, right where it meets with Park Drive, and I ride the stretch of Park Drive because on that sidewalk it's kind of like a wide enough sidewalk where people can walk and bicyclists can ride at the same time, even though it's not designated for bikes. But I think it's a safer route for bikers than riding through this traffic over here, because over there there's no traffic interrupting you. Over here you got intersections where you could potentially get struck by a vehicle. But like I said, I haven't seen one. Oh, there's a bike right there, but he's not even in the right lane though. And now he is. Got one bike. One bike in about 20 minutes.
Engine 29, ladder 11, a central station alarm, 1988 to 1992, Commonwealth Avenue. Right, engine 29, ladder 11, a central station alarm, 1988
Yeah, I don't see many bikes traveling through here. Maybe during the daytime there could be more, but I don't know what they got going on over there. He's got an expensive car too, he gotta be careful. There is another bike there. He's going, however, he's going the wrong direction, but there is another bike on the other side of the road right there. Well, he's going that way. He's riding the sidewalk. So he doesn't even utilize the bike lane. That's what I'm saying. If you can utilize the sidewalk, and it's a big enough sidewalk, do you really need a bike lane? Can you just put a little narrow bike lane on the sidewalk? I don't know. Sometimes it's safer on the sidewalk than in the street too. Alright guys, I'm not going to bore you guys with this video, but this is probably one of the boring type videos out here. Figure I'll do about 30 minutes of just panning back and forward. Alright guys, I'm not going to bore you anymore. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And there's Porter.